Part 1. I never thought I'd be that guy. The clueless husband who missed every red flag waving in his face. But here we are. I, 36 years old, have been married to my wife Erica, 33 years old, for 7 years. No kids. We both agreed early in the relationship that we wanted to enjoy our careers, travel a bit, and then maybe start a family. Well, that plan never got off the ground, and now I know why. This all started about a year ago, when Erica's office went back to in-person work after being remote during COVID. We only have one car, and since I work from home, freelance IT, she started using Uber to get around. No big deal. I thought it was a smart solution. At first, it was random drivers, like anyone else. Then one day she casually said, "I got the same guy twice this week, his name's Leo. Super chill, doesn't talk too much." Okay, cool, but then I started hearing that name a lot. Leo picked me up again. Leo recommended this sushi spot. Leo says the traffic's been insane lately. Eventually it became, Leo's driving me every morning now. It's kinda nice having a regular. Looking back, I feel so stupid. But at the time, I brushed it off. Erica's always been a talker, chatty with waiters, baristas, cashiers, everyone. I figured it was just her being social. Then she started dressing differently. Tighter skirts, new makeup, perfume I hadn't smelled before. When I complimented her, she smiled, but not in the way she used to. Something in her eyes was distant. I asked her once, half joking, "Are you dressing up for Leo or for the office?" She laughed way too hard and said, "Jealous much?" That should have been warning siren number 1. But I let it go. Fast forward 2 months. She starts going out, with coworkers, more. Happy hours, client dinners, late night, strategy sessions. Always with some vague, half-assed details. I trusted her. I didn't want to be that guy who monitors his wife's every move. Trust is everything in a marriage, right? Then came the first real gut punch. I noticed she had started paying for Ubers in cash. Who the hell does that? When I asked her about it, she said she'd been tipping Leo directly and didn't want it showing on the joint account. That made zero sense. She's never hidden purchases before. Something was off, but every time I questioned her, she'd flip it on me. "Why are you interrogating me? You're acting controlling. Are you seriously that insecure? You're imagining things." She weaponized every ounce of trust I gave her and turned it against me. Then came the Bluetooth slip-up. She was in the shower and left her phone playing music through our bedroom speaker. It paused, then suddenly I hear her voice, clear as day, mid-call. "Okay, babe, pick me up 2 blocks over again. He's still home. Wear the hat this time, just in case." I froze. She was talking about me. That was the moment I knew something wasn't just off, something was rotten. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed to be 100% sure. And what I found next, it only confirmed the worst. Part 2. Thanks to everyone who reached out after Part 1. I didn't expect that kind of response. It's weirdly comforting to know I'm not alone in this kind of hell. As promised, here's what happened next. After I heard Erica's voice over the Bluetooth speaker, calling someone, babe, and telling him to wear the hat again, I knew I couldn't ignore it anymore. I've never felt so sick to my stomach. My heart was racing, my ears were ringing, and for the first time in our marriage, I felt afraid of the truth. So I made a plan. The next time she said she was going to a work dinner, I played it cool. I acted normal all day, kissed her goodbye like usual. Then, 15 minutes after she left, I followed. I used the Find My app to track her iPad, which she had left synced to her account. Idiotic mistake. She clearly didn't think I'd ever check. She wasn't headed to the city. She wasn't going anywhere near her office. She went to a side street near the west end of town, a quiet area behind a strip mall. I parked 2 blocks away and walked through the back parking lot. That's when I saw it. Leo's car, parked under a busted street lamp, engine running. And in the backseat, her. She was straddling him. I wish I could say I blacked out. I didn't. I stood there, watched, paralyzed. My brain was screaming do something. But my body wouldn't move. Eventually, I snapped out of it. I walked up, phone camera already recording, and knocked on the foggy window. Her head whipped around so fast you'd think she'd seen a ghost. She screamed, not out of fear, out of pure rage. "Are you f***ing serious, Mark? You followed me? What the F is wrong with you?" Me. I was the problem. Leo tried to zip up and get out, but I stepped back and said, "I'm not here to fight. I just wanted to see it with my own eyes." Erica flung the car door open, still half-dressed, mascara smudged, hair a mess. "You're spying on me now? Are you some kind of psycho? I told you we needed space." Space? She'd been screwing her Uber driver behind a strip mall, and I was invading her space? She shoved past me and started pacing, crying, screaming. Then came the lies. It only happened once. This was a mistake. I was drunk. He means nothing. You pushed me to this. I felt neglected. Every time I opened my mouth, she cut me off. Leo didn't say a word the whole time. Just stood there, shirt half buttoned, looking like the world's guiltiest crash test dummy. I told her I had everything on video. She lunged at me and tried to snatch my phone. I stepped back and said, "We're done." She screamed so loud a nearby security guard came over. I walked away, calmly, quietly. My ears were ringing again, but I held it together. The next morning, I called a lawyer. What came after that? She didn't go quietly. She made it ugly. Real fast. Part 3. So, after catching my wife Erica in the backseat of her Uber driver's car, literally on top of him, I told her we were done and walked away. I called a divorce attorney the next morning. I thought maybe that would be the start of peace. God, I was wrong. Day 1 after exposure, she comes home as if nothing happened. No apology, no remorse. She just walks in, throws her bag on the table and says, "Are you seriously going through with this? Over one mistake? One mistake?" She spent months lying to me. She gaslit me, humiliated me, and when I caught her, she screamed at me like I was the one cheating. I told her I'd already spoken to a lawyer. She rolled her eyes and said, "Wow, so dramatic." Then came the real kicker. "You're not actually going to divorce me. You're just trying to scare me." When I didn't respond, she snapped, full meltdown. Screaming, crying, throwing things. She called me emotionally abusive, manipulative, and even said, "You've been boring for years." I needed passion again. And then, "At least Leo makes me feel something." Yep, she said that, out loud. I kept calm and left the house. That night, she texted me about 20 times, alternating between begging me to talk and accusing me of destroying our marriage. But I didn't reply. Day 2, she went nuclear. I woke up to find that our joint checking account had been emptied. She had withdrawn nearly all of it. I immediately contacted the bank, but because she was a co-owner, they couldn't reverse it without a court order. I called her. She answered and said, "I took what's mine. If you want to play hardball, so can I." She also tried to get our internet bill changed to her name and locked me out of my own Netflix account. Let me say that again. She cheated, got caught mid-act, and then tried to steal the Wi-Fi and streaming services. This wasn't heartbreak anymore. This was war. Day 3. I started gathering evidence, texts, emails, even dashcam footage of her getting into Leo's car late at night. Yeah, I still had cloud access. I made copies of everything and sent it to my lawyer. Then came the next surprise. One of her friends, let's call her Jamie, reached out to me. Said she was so sorry, and had no idea things had gone that far. I asked her point blank if Erica had been talking to anyone else. Silence. Then she said, "I think she was also seeing someone else before Leo. A guy from work." She mentioned it once after a girls' night. Said he made her feel desired again. I thought she was joking. Nope, she wasn't joking. This woman had been cheating on me with at least 2 men. Possibly 3, and still had the audacity to act like I was the problem. This is where I really started to feel less heartbroken, and more furious. But I kept it together. I didn't yell, I didn't argue, I just moved out, packed a suitcase, grabbed my dog, and went to stay with my brother. And now I'm preparing to blow up the whole facade. What's coming next in part 4? HR finds out. The Uber company gets contacted. And I drop something in front of her entire family that ends her little pity party for good. She wanted war? She got it. Part 4. Alright, if you've been following so far, you know the basics. My wife, Erica, cheated on me with an Uber driver named Leo. I caught her in the backseat, literal pants down situation. She went full hysterical mode, drained our bank account, lied to everyone, and tried to turn this into my fault. Then I found out Leo wasn't even the first affair. Just the most recent. I didn't retaliate immediately. I planned. And now? It's payback season. Phase 1. HR bomb drop. One of Erica's biggest bragging points was her reputation at work. She's in corporate PR, yeah, let that irony sink in, and always talked about how respected she was, how she was gunning for a promotion. Well, remember the other guy her friend Jamie hinted at? The one from her office? I did a little digging. And yep, I found messages between them on her old tablet that she forgot to reset. Not just flirty, full-on sexual, talking about what they did in the office, how they had to be quiet in the stairwell, and plans to sneak away during conferences. So I printed it, every message, every pic, every reference to his wife. Yep, he's married too. I sent it all, anonymously, to her company's HR department. Guess who got put on indefinite administrative leave within 48 hours? And guess who didn't get that promotion? Phase 2. Uber knows. Leo, her driver, lover, fiancé in her delusional mind, isn't just some guy. He's a rideshare driver with a criminal past. Identity theft and fraud, to be exact. I compiled a neat little dossier and submitted it to Uber through their internal safety reporting system, along with a formal complaint, video evidence, and some choice screenshots. 2 days later, Erica texts me, "You're sick. Leo just got deactivated. He can't work now. What the F*** is wrong with you?" What's wrong with me? I reminded her, You committed marital fraud. He broke policy and possibly the law. Actions have consequences. She called me a monster. I just smiled and turned my phone off. Phase 3. Family fallout. This was the finale. Erica had always painted herself as the perfect daughter. Her parents, strict, religious, super image focused, adored me. Saw me as the steady, loyal one. So when all this blew up, she told them I cheated. No, I'm not kidding. She actually told her family that I had been unfaithful, and that she caught me texting some stripper. Apparently Leo was just a friend who was helping her through a hard time. I was done playing nice. So I went to her parents' house. Sat down with her, her mom, her dad, and her younger sister. I brought one folder, printed screenshots, timeline of events, Uber receipts, dashcam stills, her text to Leo calling him Daddy Uber, and even the Bluetooth audio from the speaker incident. Silence. You could hear a pin drop. Her father stood up, turned to her, and said, "Get out." She screamed, sobbed, called me manipulative, said I was ruining her life. Her mother asked, "How long were you planning to lie to us?" Erica didn't answer. She just grabbed her purse and left. Her dad looked at me and said, "I'm sorry, son. I truly didn't know." I said, "You don't have to apologize for her. I just wanted the truth to be known." The aftermath? I'm finalizing the divorce. I got the house. The financial account she emptied? Already flagged in court. She'll have to repay half or more. Her job? Hanging by a thread. Leo? Ghosted her. Apparently, once the money dried up, so did his affection. And Erica? She's now DMing me at 2 a.m. with things like, "Can we talk? You didn't have to ruin everything. I still love you." Final part. This is it, the final chapter of the worst and weirdest year of my life. Quick recap. My wife, Erica, cheated on me with her Uber driver Leo. I caught them literally in the act. She gaslit me, lied to her family, drained our accounts, and played the victim. I went full, scorched earth, exposed the office affair, got Leo deactivated, revealed everything to her parents, and filed for divorce. Now, let me tell you how this ends. The final straw. After everything, the lies, the betrayal, the manipulation, you'd think Erica would just disappear and let it end with some dignity. Nope, she still kept texting me. Every few days. "You ruined my life. I hope you're happy. You'll never find someone who loved you like I did. I want to come home." Then one night, I got this gem. "If you're gonna destroy me, you should at least talk to me first." So I did. I agreed to meet at a public cafe. I showed up 10 minutes early, sat in the corner, watched her walk in like she hadn't destroyed everything. She sat down, fake tears already in her eyes. "I made a mistake," she said. "I was lost. I thought Leo cared about me. But he used me. He's gone. He robbed me. I want to fix us." I looked her dead in the eye and said, "There is no us." I handed her a manila envelope with the finalized divorce papers. She didn't even open it. She just stared at it like it was radioactive. "You're actually going through with this?" she whispered. I said, "I already did. You just have to sign." She tried crying, screaming. She said I was being cruel. I stood up, looked her in the eye, and said, "Cruel as F*** ing your Uber driver in his backseat while your husband waits at home thinking you're at work." I walked out. That was the last time I saw her in person. Post-divorce life. A few weeks later, I officially became a free man. I kept the house. I got full ownership of everything I paid for, which was basically everything. The court ordered her to pay back half the money she took, which she now can't since she lost her job. Leo ghosted her completely, blocked her on everything. Her family? Still not speaking to her. Her reputation? Toast. She moved in with some friend across town. Word is, she's looking for herself. Good luck with that. Me? I started therapy, took a solo trip to Iceland, adopted a second dog, reconnected with some old friends. I sleep better than I have in years. I wake up without checking her location or wondering who she's texting. I'm not broken. I'm rebuilt. And if you're reading this and you've been through something similar, let me tell you, don't let someone gaslight you out of your own reality. Trust your gut, get the receipts, and when the time comes, walk away with your head high. Because when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Thanks for sticking with me through this. I'm out. Better. Stronger. Done.